And a good day, all of you. Jean Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, and Chats back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition today from our friends at Bell's Brewing. Change of Heart, East Coast style IPA. Comes in a 7% ABV. Oh boy, hold on. A little air here. Okay, now we're doing a little better. Anyway, 7% ABV. I don't have my glass here somewhere. Okay, there it is. Yes, get it together, Pierre. Get it together. Yeah, 7% ABV from our friends at Bell's. Gets an 83 score. Really good on Beer Advocate, and gets a 3.7 out of 5 on Untappd. So another one of these East Coast style IPAs that, you know, I'm sure we all can't get enough of. So here's what the beer looks like. Fruity tropical aroma balances against slightly sweet, mild bitterness to make a mouthwatering IPA. So, get a whiff of this. It definitely has, like, again, if you haven't seen my reviews and want to know the difference between East Coast style, West Coast style. East Coast tend to be fruity, not super fruity, but overly fruity, where the West Coast tend to be more hoppy and does have the citrus. So more hops with West Coast, more fruitiness, and hops underneath with an East Coast style. So East Coast, New England style IPA. So there you go. But one thing I would say about this is it's not cloudy, so that's a good thing. So slightly but not cloudy. Fruity tropical aroma balances against slightly sweet, mild bitterness. So again, Bell's Brewery is pretty much very well distributed, you know, from their Two Hearted Ale, which is their IPA, to their Amber, to, let's see, Kalamazoo Stout, I believe. Yeah, that's Bell's. Founders is also Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah, so yeah, they're Kalamazoo Stout, and then they do a low-cal IPA, but their Two-Hearted IPA or Two-Hearted Ale, which is also their same beer IPA, is probably the most popular one that they have at the brewery, within the brewery, excuse me. So, all right, let's have that. Cheers. As I said, I'm tired of these IPAs. They're just way too strong, way too overly powerful. Just I can't deal with them. I can't deal with it anymore. Enough is enough. So definitely has the mild bitterness as it describes. Definitely is mouthwatering. So again, I know I've always talked about sessions, and you've seen all my previous videos talk about 7% beers or session IPAs. Well, as I've gotten older, as I am getting older, maybe lighter might be a little better. So maybe I wouldn't mind a nice session IPA, or drinking a nice, easy, smooth drinking, you know, whatever. Just with the breaks, right? Yes. Yes, I've learned my lesson, people. I've learned my lesson. It is fruity, but not overly tropical. I think it's kind of going a balance of both the West and the East Coast style. It's not, I don't know why they describe it as a double or imperial. Definitely it's not, none of those things. But it is, you know, your standard ABV for most IPAs, 6.7 or 6 up until 7%. That's about right. 8 and higher, then you're doing double. And that's the strong stuff. And some of those right now, I know maybe 2 years ago when I started, I said, yeah, those are my style. No, for me, just ain't my style any longer. I can't deal with them. Just can't. But oh yeah, I mentioned Bell's Brewery, Comstock, Michigan, where they're based out of. And I don't think they had a brewery or maybe a brew pub in Detroit. Founders did in that Grand Rapids location, but I think the one in Detroit may still be open. So, yes, pure Michigan. So, but anyway, not too bad. Clean, good. It definitely is, mouth-watering. It just definitely has a nice, smooth finish going down. It's not overly fruity, which some of these are now have gotten to way too crazy with some of those. But it's okay. I don't know. Sam's is still Boston Beer Company. People behind Sam's, Sam Adams, Boston Lager. Sam's 76, and of course they did the Rebel IPAs, which were great, but for whatever reason they just kind of poof and went on its way. Where? They did have the New England style IPA, but for what reason, I don't know, just discontinued. So go figure on that. I mean, this is good. I really like it. That's the only thing that's a good comparison to this one is. But again, I think it's a balance of West and East, West Coast style, East Coast style. So I'm getting more slight West Coast and East Coast with this one. Again, because of the finish, it does, that mild bitterness is really what stands out for me on this one. So pretty good. I'm gonna go the same score that they have on tap, 3.7 out of 5. So that's probably a B. So if you're liking something that has a East Coast feel, but it's slightly more West Coast, I think this will probably be it. Again, folks, I remind all of you, these are not everyday beers I drink. I know some people who do love their IPAs will say, yeah, I'm going to drink as much as I can. God bless you. But just no. Ain't going to do it. No. So, all right. Yeah. Pretty good. East Coast style IPA from our slightly West Coast. So I'll go B on this one. So this will be an 8.2. So 8.2 for the change of heart. East Coast style IPA from our friends at Bell's Brewery. Check it out if you're in Michigan, check it out. Go to the brewery. But if you're anywhere, if you can find a good local package store / liquor store or a grocery store, get one or grab a single. Definitely more, as I said, slight West Coast, but it is an East Coast IPA. But right, it used to be light, refreshing, mouth-watering. Definitely all those. Check it out. I'm sure you like it. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, and Chats. Tell you to keep on watching as always. Cheers, live, laugh, and love. Change of heart. I have a change of heart. My heart could be nice, could be cold, but a change of heart. A delicious brew. Yeah.